In the Impact segment tonight, who can beat Hillary Clinton in the general election, and what role will gender play in that election? Dana Perino, my fellow co-host of The Five, has been crunching the numbers to try and get an answer, and she joins us now.
Oh, no, Dana and math. It's not going to be good. You're the number cruncher.
Yeah, and what do you think? Now, you've brought up something very important. Not only women are going to play a big role, but single women as well.
In particular, right. So in the head-to-head matchups, it's pretty much neck and neck, although you would say that at this point in the polls that we have so far, Rubio and Kasich do better against Hillary Clinton than the others. That could change, because I think that once you have a nominee and they start to campaign against her and her against whoever that nominee is, all of those things could change. But one of the things that will really matter going into the election is the women vote. Typically, Republicans have done very well with married women and older women. They do have a significant gap to close when it comes to minority women and younger women. And there's a article, a feature story in New York Magazine that just ran. I know you read it earlier. And I commend it to people because even though it might make you roll your eyes at a couple of places, there's a lot of good information in there. Single women made up 23% of the vote in 2012. It's probably going to be a quarter of the vote in 2016.
And 67% of them voted for Barack Obama.
That's right. And so if you think that, if you know that the general election comes down to probably 7 swing states, and in those 7 swing states, if you drill down even further, then you will find that it's typically suburban women that make a big difference. Now, Hillary Clinton is, you would assume, would do very well with those women, and she does better than others, but she is really having a tough time on the trust factor. Does she care about people like me?
That article that you talked about, very thorough, but it never got to exactly why single women are just massively in favor, lean left so hard.
Well, I thought that there was a couple of interesting things here. For example, on the policy front, 2/3 of the people who in America that work for minimum wage are women. So if you talk about your policy to raise the minimum wage, that speaks to them. If you are talking about universal health care, that's important. Paid sick leave, that's also important to them. We haven't even gotten to reproductive rights, which when you have a presidential election and a Supreme Court nomination colliding in 1 year, that for sure is going to draw a lot of attention. You can imagine that Hillary Clinton is going to say to women, even if you think you don't like me as much as you might have liked Bernie Sanders, I am a better bet for you when it comes to all of these issues, in particular your reproductive rights.
On the politics of it, so you have 3 options, 3 feasible options. Trump, Cruz, Rubio right now. Donald Trump has been able to take the gender card away from Hillary Clinton because he went right after Bill Clinton in his history. Would he match up best against Hillary because he may be able to take the gender female card off the table?
Well, not according to polls that we have right now. And I think that could change. But as you were just saying in your previous block, that you really have not had anyone go after Donald Trump hard. Believe me, Hillary Clinton's people, they're amassing all of that, and the media will turn as soon as there's a nominee. So he will have to fight that. I think for women, if he wants to do well with women, he's done well with women in the Republican primary states. That's not the problem. It's independent women. And he might be able to grab a hold of them and bring them along, but I actually think it's the policies. And overall, regardless of who the nominee is, there are a lot of good Republican ideas and conservative philosophies that would help all women, minority women in particular, and we should talk to them more.
All right, that's it for us, Dana. I'll see you on the 5 tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right, Dana, thank you very much.
And Sunday.
And Sunday, that's right. We got to come in on Sunday. That's right.